Technology enables a criminal to come up with new ways to commit crime, but it also enables the police officer to track them.
Overall, fraud is on the rise in Edmonton. The EPS Economic Crime Section reviewed over 3,000 frauds in 2014, and that's compared to approximately 2,600 the year prior, so for an increase of about 16%. General frauds are also on the rise. We've saw an increase of about 9%, but significant increases also occurred in things like check frauds, which was up 20%, identity theft was up a whopping 86%, and identity fraud was up 26% as well. And yet we know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. The Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre estimates that less than 5% of fraud victims actually report their experiences to law enforcement. No one is immune. This type of thing is on our streets, it's in our businesses and organizations, it's over the telephone, it's over the internet, it's over social media. Sometimes it's random, and at other times it's very well organized and targeted. That's why it's essential to be knowledgeable and vigilant in recognizing the signs of a fraud. For example, we know that criminals are keen to obtain personal identification numbers from debit and credit cards. So as a result, we take steps such as using our hands to shield our PIN numbers from strangers. We opt for microchip-enabled debit and credit cards, and we change our PINs regularly. And we expect that businesses will secure their PIN pad terminals and also make sure that video surveillance equipment is functional. While all forms of fraud harm the victims, romance scams often invoke intense emotional pain in addition to the heavy financial losses. A heartless criminal will typically post a photograph of an attractive-looking individual on an online dating site and then pretend to be that person. Once they've engaged a target, they'll say and become whatever the situation requires them, and they'll do whatever it takes to draw the victim in, building a relationship or professing love. Edmontonians have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars to such criminals. As romance or friendship scams often target vulnerable seniors, entire life savings have been wiped out and lives have been ruined. By coming and shining a light on this issue, and not only today but over the month to come, you go a long way to helping us prevent and reduce fraud in Edmonton.